In this video, we're going to cover Virtuoso Composable, our highly configurable library of reusable test assets that enable scalable and consistent QA across Microsoft Dynamics 365. Virtuoso Composable eliminates the need to build from scratch. These assets are designed to be built once and reused everywhere. The asset system is broken down by 8 key applications of D365, including finance, supply chain management, and commerce and retail. Each of these coloured nodes represents one of those key applications. But, as you know, these D365 applications are segmented into modules. Let's look at the finance application. Here we have the accounts receivable module, the accounts payable module, and the general ledger module. And if I click on the finance node here, we can see we have a total of 9 finance modules within that application. Now each module contains pre-built Virtuoso tests, which we call journeys through the application under test. You can see that each journey has 2 tags assigned to it. They are either end-to-end or modular, and they're either released or in scope. An end-to-end test covers multiple tasks and validations through the application that are stitched together into a single workflow. A modular test, on the other hand, covers a single task in the application, with the idea being that multiple modular tests can be stitched together to create a true end-to-end flow. Next, we have released or in-scope tests. A release test is an asset that is available for use today, right now, whereas an in-scope test is one that is either currently being developed or will be developed as part of this composable asset system. So that covers the applications, the modules, the tests, and the tags applied to those tests. But each release test also has a detailed summary outlining its purpose, and this can be used in conjunction with the title of the test and your knowledge of D365 to understand which tests are relevant to you and your QA objectives. That covers the asset map. Next, we'll look at the asset inventory. This is simply a different way of visualizing the asset system. Rather than it being broken down by nodes and connected modules, here we show them on a single page list. Again, the asset is broken down by modules and tests belonging to those modules. Let's go back to the asset map. You can also search for specific journeys. Let's say I'm interested in finding journeys related to budgets. I can simply type that in the search bar here, and the application will filter to show any journeys or modules related to my search term. Here, you can see I have a module called budgeting, as well as tests in the fixed assets and the project operations module. Having visibility into the coverage of the asset system is one thing, but how do you actually get these assets into your Virtuoso organization and start using them? That's what I'm going to cover next. Let's say, for example, you're interested in assets related to the finance application. You can click the export button here, and you'll see the system is pre-filtered to show only release tests, those that are available right now. I can select as many journeys as I need from, let's say, the accounts payable module, the accounts receivable module, and let's say we also want some tests from general ledger. Maybe I also need some journeys from the supply chain module. So let's take some from production control and inventory management. Great. Now I can either preview my selection to make sure I'm happy with it, check in the summaries as I do so, or I can export directly from here. This will output a JSON file for each module I want to export, and those files can be imported directly into a Virtuoso project. I'll show you what that looks like now. Here I'm in the Virtuoso application, and I'm going to import a goal into my project. A goal in this instance relates to a D365 module that I just exported from the composable asset system. I'll drag in the accounts payable asset I exported earlier, and I can look through which journeys will be imported and remove any if needed. I don't need to do that, so let's import them all. Now that those journeys have been imported, I can see the title, the end-to-end or modular tag, and a detailed summary for each. Journeys are built up of collections of test steps we call checkpoints, and these checkpoints can be placed in a library and reused across different tests in the project. As part of importing the accounts payable tests, you'll see I now have 31 of these library checkpoints that I can reuse across any of the tests that I want to create. I can click into any of these checkpoints to inspect the contents and work out where else I could utilize it. To summarize, Virtuoso Composable enables our partners and customers to build once and reuse test assets across multiple instances of the same enterprise system at scale. This enables them to deliver consistent quality assurance across multiple global rollouts by eliminating duplicate efforts, reducing maintenance costs, and accelerating project timelines.